Hello there, grade 6, and welcome to our new topic, which is percentage. Okay, you need to pay attention in this case because this is a little complicated. Okay, so percentage, things that you need to be familiar, terms that you need to be familiar when we are dealing with percentage is, of course, one is percentage itself. What do you mean by percentage? Percentage refers to being part of something, a portion. For example, if you have 8 slices of pizza, one slice is a portion. Okay, one slice is part of the entire pizza. Okay, when we talk about percentage, part of or portion lang siya. Okay, iba yun siya. And to add an additional note with this one, okay, this only sa percentage, no percent sign. Okay, no percent. Oops, sorry about that. No percent sign. Ano nga bang percent sign? Anong percent sign? 'Di ba it's this one? Okay, take note. No. Wala. Okay, ang percentage walang percent sign. Okay, another term that you need to be familiar with is rate. Okay, rate. So sa rate naman, basically ito yung may percent sign with a percent sign. Again, ano yung percent sign? It's this one. Okay? So yan ang percent sign. And next is the base. Just to let you know that kids usually learn this when they reach high school na. But in this case, mabuti na yung advanced tayo. Okay. So base refers to the whole amount or original. Amount. Okay? Take note of that. Percentage is part or portion. Ibig sabihin, no percent sign at all. Rate with a percent sign. And the base refers to the whole thing. Okay? For example, let's try to put them together in one example. You have pizza, like yung pizza nga sinabi ko kanina. And let's say in this case, we have a total of 8 slices. Total, di ba? Sinabi na natin that 8 slices ang total natin. Ibig sabihin, this is our base. We can consider this as our base kasi total nga, di ba? Total yan natin. Whole or original amount. Okay. If one of you is going to eat one slice, this one slice is our percentage. Okay? Percentage. And sa rate naman, basically, complicated na yan kasi solving part na yan eh. Sa rate naman, you basically need to solve this. And to solve for rate, solving na ha, medyo komplikado tayo. To solve for rate, all you have to do here is to take your percentage and divide it with your base. Ano ba ang percentage natin dito? What's the value of our percentage here? It's 1. What's the value of our base? It's 8. And if you are going to use the calculator, I'm going to allow you to use the calculator for this one kasi what I care about now is how you solve or deal with the problem. Wala na akong paki on your manual solving because what matters to me now is how you deal with the problem, word problem. Kasi in real life, hindi naman no one uses manual. I mean, meron man siguro, pero walang magma-manual computation when it comes to this topic, percentage. Okay? So you may get your calculators now and practice tayo. Okay? So if you see, we have 1 over 8. Okay, 1 over 8. Anong ibig sabihin yan? 1 over 8 is basically 1 divided by 8. So sa calculator nyo, you press 1 and then the division sign divided by 8 na yun, divided by 8, which will give you 0.125. So if you notice, decimal ang sagot natin, di ba? So, in this case, since our answer is in decimal form, we have to convert this to percent. Okay, how do we change a decimal to percent? Okay, all you have to do is just to move 2 decimal places to the right. Okay, again, we have 0.125. All we have to do here is just to move 2 decimal places to the right. Okay, which means from this point, you have to move 2 decimal places to the right. 1, 2. Okay, so now the decimal will be placed there. Okay, nakuha niya natin, nandyan na. 12.5. So we can say now, since ni-convert natin siya to the 2% rather, no? All we have to do here is just to add the percent sign. So which means 1 over 8 in percent form is 12.5%. Which means 1 out of 8 is equivalent to 12.5%. And this is our rate. Okay? So paano nga ba tayo nagsosolve ng kasi kailangan kasi talaga dito, you need to be very knowledgeable with the terms here. Percentage is different from percent. Kasi ang percent nga is basically our rate. Okay? Percentage is a part or a portion. Nandyan na yan, part or a portion. So ibig sabihin kanina, the one slice is basically a percentage. And the base refers to the whole thing, the entire thing. Okay? And yung rate naman natin is, yun na nga, the one that has the percent sign. So, paano nga ba tayo nagsosolve nito? Sige. So, basically, we already did the rate. Paano tayo nagsosolve ng rate? Ito yung mga formula, ha? You have to take note of this one. You have to memorize this one. Actually, there's a way for you not to memorize this anymore. Anyway, to explain further lang. To solve for our rate, all you have to do, hindi ko na siya isusulat sa formula form kasi baka you'll get confused eh. So I don't want that. To solve for the rate, all you need to do is to get the percentage divided by the base. Okay? Ganyan natin kinukuha yung percentage natin, yung rate natin, yung may percent. Okay? And to solve for the base naman, solving for the base, we get the percentage and divide it with the given rate. Again, when we solve na, in this case, yung rate natin na may percentage should be changed to should be changed to a decimal. Okay, should be in decimal form. Okay, again, and to solve for percentage naman, solving for the percentage, all you need to do is to get the value of the percentage, of the rate rather, sorry, of the rate and multiply it to the base. From there, makukuha natin yung percentage, yung percentage natin. Okay? So anyway, again, special note ko dito. What is my special note here? When solving, okay? When solving, the rate should be converted to a decimal. Ibig sabihin, yung percent natin should be in decimal form. How do you do this? Opposite ng what we did kanina. Okay, ibig sabihin dito ang percent to decimal. So this means if we have 50% or 53% and moving it to decimal, all you have to do here is to move 2 decimal places to the left. So from here, kasi whole number siya eh. So every whole number kasi ang decimal natin is after or sa last digit. So which is in this case is after 3. So moving 2 decimal places to the left. So we have 1, 2. Okay, na sobrang teacher, baka maguluhan kasi meron pa man sa inyo. You get confused just because of what I did. So we have 1, 2. So which means the answer here is 0.53. But again, sa math, if there is a decimal, tapos ganito yung form natin, like for example, 0.53, you have to add a 0 there. Okay, so it should be 0.53. Okay, so this is basically how you solve itong percentage na to. Rate is equivalent to percentage divided by base. Base is equivalent to percentage divided by rate. And percentage is equivalent to rate times base. Okay, by simply reading yung mga information na nandyan sa inyo, yung worksheets ninyo, all you have to do here is basically just to identify which one is yung rate ninyo. Again, yung rate ninyo refers to yung may percent sign. You have to identify which one is the rate, which one is the base, which one is the percentage. Okay, ganun lang yung kailangan nyo talagang para mas makuha nyo. Okay? So for example, in this case, let's say sa page 43 ninyo. Okay? Page 43. Kasi paminsan kasi yung mga word problems are different. You already know this Singaporean books natin. Even the term width is equivalent to breadth dito sa books nila. So anyway, for number 2, it says there, I'll pause the video and write ko muna yung question. Again, I know that this is hard, pero if you just know how to identify which one is the rate, which one is the percentage, and which one is the base, this will be a lot easier kasi we have our formula. Okay? If what you're solving for is the rate, all you have to do is to get the percentage and then divide it with the base. If what you're solving for is the base, all you have to do is to take the percentage and then divide it with the rate. If you're solving for the percentage, then all you have to do is to get the rate and multiply it with the base. Ganun lang kadali. But sometimes, the word percentage and percent can be confusing in a word problem. Even though, for example nga ito, babasahin ko lang. 1,200 people visited a museum. 240 of the visitors were children. What percentage of the visitors were children? Okay? Yung 240 na yan. What percentage of the visitors were children? If you notice, ang sinabi dito, what percentage? As if we are solving for the percentage. Diba? Pero kung kukunin nyo ang information, if you're going to get the information, how many people went to the museum? Meron tayong 1,200. This is basically our base. 240 of the visitors were children. 240. What is 240? Do you see any percent sign here? May nakikita ba kayong percent sign dyan? None. Ibig sabihin, this is not rate, but this is percentage. This is our percentage. Which means what you are solving for here is the rate. Kasi yung rate ang hindi given ngayon sa word problem natin. See? Even though you won't be able to understand the sentence, no? Pero if meron tayong clues, such as ito nga, identifying the base, identifying the percentage, and identifying the rate. Kung ano yung missing, ibig sabihin that's what we're solving for. That is for a basic word problem. Okay? Because things can be complicated such as a number 3, dalawa yung rate ninyo. Number 4 is easy. Pero yun na nga, this takes comprehension. You need comprehension for this one. Like what I've told you earlier, this topic is hard. Especially ngayon kasi online eh. Okay? We are far. I cannot help you hand in hand. Okay? So anyway, since we're solving for rate, paano tayo mag-solve ng rate? Kunin nyo lang yung rate natin. How do we solve for the rate? Solving for the rate, you take the percentage and then divide it with the base. Ganun lang. Again, solving for the rate, you take the percentage and then divide it with our base. Ano nga ba ang percentage natin dito? Our percentage is 240. And just divide it with our base, which is 1,200. Okay? Again, with your calculators, kasi inaalaw ko na kayo magka-calculate dito. So, this is equivalent to 240 divided by 1,200, which will basically give you 0.2. Okay, again, this is not your answer yet kasi a rate should have a percentage. And since we ended up with a decimal, how do we change a decimal to percentage? Dito, review lang. Decimal to percent rather, not percentage. Decimal to percent. Move two decimal places to the right. Ibig sabihin, from this decimal point, you move two decimal places. You have 1, 2. Now you might ask me, Teacher Mark, there's a space here. Okay, whenever there's a space after moving decimal places, you should occupy it with a 0. So ibig sabihin, this is equivalent to 20. Okay. And since this is rate, you should add a percent sign. Okay? So medyo mahirap yan, I know, but try to answer as much as you can given this mga word problem na nandyan sa inyo ngayon sa worksheets ninyo. Try to answer lang from 43 to 46. Only answer those that you can. If you cannot, then wala na tayong magagawa. I mean, not that I cannot do anything, pero I'll try to help as long as you do your part on understanding the word problem. Kasi hindi pwede yung si Teacher Mark lang lahat. Kung pwede nga, try nyo na lang i-answer from 43 to 51. Then yung mga wala kayo, we will schedule sometime this week to answer it all together. Okay? So anyway, good luck. Kasi yun na nga, like what I've said, medyo mahirap ito. So anyway, nandyan na lahat. If what you're solving for is the rate, the formula is there. If you're solving for the base, the formula is there. If you're solving for the percentage, the formula is there. Okay? So good luck sa inyo. If you have any questions, tanong na lang sa group chat. Okay? But make sure that the question, yung wala dito sa na-explain ko. Okay? So good luck sa inyo.